keep going back to what I used to know. Lord, please hold my hand as I go down this road.
Okay, hey guys, so today I have a quick dream interpretation video. It is actually another one of those dreams that I had where I would be sleeping a dream, I would wake up, no, I would be sleeping a dream, and I have a dream in my dream, and then I would wake up in my dream, and I would interpret the dream that I had, and then I would wake up for real, which is now. So, with this dream, I'm gonna first explain the dream, and then I'm gonna explain the interpretation. I pray the Lord is with me through all of this. Lord, please be my mouthpiece. Okay, so the dream is, so this is how I had the dream of my mama, which I would say this can be about either my mama or somebody else. But I went, because it's a two-way, it's two-sided in the dream, but as I get into detail, you understand. But I went to bed and in a dream, and I dreamed about Atlanta, Georgia. Woke up in the dream asking my mama was she talking about moving, and she said, well, where was she talking about moving? Because I think before I laid down, she had said something about us moving. And when I woke up, I asked her, I said, what was you talking about moving? And she said Colorado, and I asked why Colorado, and she said she'd been there before. So pay attention to that. And then I told her about my dream, stating how it was clear as day that God said Atlanta, Georgia. And she was like, I thought about that too. And then I started explaining how in the dream somebody was going to come to her house, knocking on her door to look at her house, to look at your house, to see if you living or if you are living right. But it will be a blessing if you cooperate. Because as we was in the house, they came and knocked and wanted to look around. We was trying to make sure everything was upstairs. Upstairs was clean, but they never really came upstairs. But remember my mama downstairs asking, do you gotta look all through there? And they like, yes. Yes ma'am, none too major, none too much. Then they were done. And I remember the lady coming upstairs. I guess it was two of them. The lady was coming upstairs. It was a lady that came upstairs saying how they were going to give her a good job. Now, when she came upstairs, she picked up the baby. She picked up the baby, and she was just talking to us, and she was happy, and she was like, they're going to give her a good job, and which it's going to be good money. Remember the lady telling me now she can pay somebody to watch my baby. And I remember feeling like, I don't need nobody to watch my baby. You know, I got more than one baby, but in the dream, I was like, yeah, that most definitely was, I'll say, yeah, most definitely. That's what in the dream, even though I was thinking that, like, why would I, I got more than one baby, and why would I don't need nobody to watch my baby, stuff like that, because, my baby's good. But on the outside, I was like, yeah, most definitely. In the dream, I was like, yeah, most definitely. But in my head, I was thinking, like that. And I also remember seeing my Auntie Rosie keep popping up in my head, which she stays in Atlanta. So I don't know if that was just a physical thing. I don't know if my Auntie Rosie really had anything to do with this dream. It just was a physical mind thing, just a fleshly thing, because I know my auntie's still in Atlanta, and if I think about Atlanta, I think about my auntie. But so this is the interpretation. So my mama can be either her or somebody else. The states can either be real states or someone, and the people saying they were to check your house. Okay, no, I'm tripping. I ain't write this all down right, but I just messed up. But the states can be either real states. That's why I said it's two ways. It can either be a real state that you're moving to. Someone probably was moving to Colorado, was talking about moving to Colorado, because that's where they used to stay at, and they trying to move back. And the Lord is saying, go to Atlanta, Georgia. Or the states can be a state of being, a state of ways, the state of your ways, the ways, how are you? And the house is basically your walk with God. So they said they was going to come to your house to check and to see how the house was looking. And, you know, that's why they was there. And she was like, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, yeah. So she was like, because I'm about to jump to the part of the lady, and I ain't got to jump there for y'all. I got to stay on the house, y'all. So the house basically will represent your walk with God, your spiritual connection, your relationship with God. How is it? Is it on firm foundation? Is it after God only, or other gods? And you know, in Joshua 24, chapter 24, verse 14 to 15. It says, now therefore fear the Lord and serve Him in sincerity, and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood, and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwells. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And that's the thing, like, you know, just like a house represents your relationship with God. And as you can see, people use house in a lot of ways pertaining to your relationship with God. And like he said, like how Joshua, he said, for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Me and my house, I'm going to be in the ways of the Lord. Me and my house are going to be in the ways of the Lord. So when they came to check in your house, they came to check, is this house serving the Lord? Or is this house serving the gods from the flood of Egypt, or the gods of the Amorites, or which land you dwell in right now? And gods can be, you know, how they were serving real gold statues and all that. Gods can be that. But gods are whoever you put before God. Whatever you're putting before God, whatever you're putting in front of God, something that you feel like you need more than God. And that can be anything. That can be a person. That can be food. Eating too much. You're acting like you can't. That can be TV. You watching too much TV. You're not giving time to God. You're not spending time with God. God is not your main focus. You're focusing on other things. Anything that you're focused on more than God, that can be a God, basically. Addictions, any of that stuff that you smoking and drinking, that can be your God. So yeah, that he said is you serving the. He said, but as for me and my house, we're gonna serve the Lord. Okay, simple as that. And the states can be a state of being, ways where Corrado will be a whole. Okay, then this is why I'm splitting the states. Because first I said the states can be you actually moving, or the state can be you a state of mind, a state of ways, a state of being. Now I explained the house because the house is where they came in to come and look. They came to inspect your house, and so but we're gonna talk about the state of being. So the state of being, or ways where Colorado will be a old state of being, as she said she used to live there. So these are old ways. You used to live in these old ways. You used to be in this old state of being. You used to do these old things, and you're trying to go back to them because that's what she said. She said in a dream that she wanted to go back to. She was thinking about going to Colorado. She thought about Atlanta, Georgia, but she was basically thinking about Colorado. But God delivered, but she used to live there. But God delivered us from our old state of being, our old ways, and tries to give us a new state of being, ways with Him included. That's where Atlanta is the new state of being, and Georgia is the city where God dwells. He is connected to you if you accept His renewal of the mind, body, and spirit. So like I was saying, Atlanta would be the new state of being, the new mind, the new ways, and the city, Georgia, because as you can see, he didn't say Colorado City. He didn't mention a city with Colorado. So if you went to Colorado, you're not protected. But he mentioned the city Georgia because that's where God dwells. He's connected to you if you accept his renewal of the mind and body. So if you go to Atlanta, you'll be connected to God. If you go to the Atlanta state of mind, the new state of mind, the new ways of the Lord, you'll be connected to the Lord. But if you go to Colorado, you just on your own. That's just you going to Colorado. He didn't mention the city in there. And why I say city, why I say the city is the God, because in Greek, city means to encounter or to meet. You will encounter God or meet God in this city if you move to there, or you will meet or encounter God in the renewal, or move to a clean house, a house built on God, where God will be with you and protect you. In the Bible, they often had walls around their cities to protect against invaders. So what was it, Jericho and Jerusalem, they had walls around their cities. And first let me go back to this, because I said in Greek, city means to encounter or to meet. You will encounter God, or you will encounter God or meet God in this city if you are moving. So if you are moving, this is a part of the Lord's move. This is a part of your move. You will have God when you go there. God will be there with you. This is what you're going to be protected with him. So if you are moving. But if you are, if it's just about a state of mind or a state of being or a state of ways, God will be with you if you choose to get that mind renewal and move. My baby, y'all, please don't mind him. I can't control my child. He's gonna do what he do. He's a baby. But to a clean house, and then you'll have a clean house built on God. Like, what's that song? I love that song. Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Because our house have to be built on Christ. It has to be built on a firm foundation. And when he said Christ is my firm foundation, because you ain't gonna, when you got Christ, you're good. As long as your house is built on God, you're going to be good. Whether you're moving or whether your state of mind is built on God, you're going to be good. So he said you're going to be. He said God, where God will be with you and protect you. In the Bible, they often had walls around their cities to protect against invaders. They often had walls. See, but I'm going to read in Proverbs 18:10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. Now, he said, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. So we pay attention to the word fortress. Fortress, the godly run to him and are safe. We saying that the Lord is a strong fortress, right? So in 2 Samuel 5:9, so David made the fortress his home, and he called it the city of David. So as you can see, we can see that David is calling the city a fortress. The fortress, he called the fortress a city. So it's the city. So he said the name of the Lord, in Proverbs, he said the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. So the name of the Lord is a strong city, and the godly run to him and are safe. So in Atlanta, Georgia, you will run to Atlanta and you will be safe. In the state of ways or being, if you run into the Lord, you will be safe. Okay? I'm trying to get through this fast. He said he extended the city starting at the supporting terrace and working inwards. So he was talking about a city. So David made it, like he said, so David made the fortress his home. He made the city his home. He called the city David. He extended the city. So we're talking about a city. The city has been used as a metaphor for God's dwelling all throughout the Bible. Okay, so that's what that is. Atlanta is the state of ways, the state of being. Do you choose the Lord, or do you choose the old state, Colorado? Do you choose the old ways? Which one do you choose? And in the dream, basically, we was saying Atlanta, Georgia, not to Colorado. That's not where he wants to go, or that's not the mindset state of mind he wants you in. So no, he don't want you to move to Colorado if there's somebody that's actually moving. No, he don't want you to move to Colorado, back to Colorado, but he wants you to move to Atlanta, Georgia, like clear as day. Atlanta, Georgia is the one. Or the state, like I said, the port of ways and doing what you're supposed to do. No, the Lord do not want you to go back to your old ways. He wants you to go forward. He wants you to change your ways. Keep going forward. Keep getting better and better. No, we are not perfect, but the more that you move forward, the more you'll be better. But if you go backwards, you can't go backwards and forward at the same time. It doesn't work like that, because then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck in that one position. But for to move forward, you got to move forward. You got to let go of them old things. You got to keep them old things in the past. You got to move towards the front, not towards the back. But we won't be there. Basically saying, I was basically explaining to Colorado how he didn't say a city for Colorado, so he won't be there in that city. So explaining to her how someone will knock on the door. Okay, this is the middle of the dream, so don't see. That's why I said I ended up interpreting. No, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. Then me explaining to her how someone will knock on your door, the Lord will knock on your door, His angels will knock on your house to see if it is in shape, on a firm foundation within the Lord, and if so, blessings will overtake you. So like I said, somebody knocking on the door, that's the Lord. That's His angels, that's his servants coming to look. Hey, is this, what's going on in here? Because the angels is watching us over us daily. They're fighting for us, and they're watching over us. They're checking on us. They're pushing us. The Holy Spirit is with you. The Holy Spirit is pushing you. So when they come knocking on that door, are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you clean? Is your foundation built on the Lord? And it said, Lord, we're not going to see if it is in shape on firm foundation within the Lord. And if so, blessings will overtake you. So the reason I said blessings will overtake you, so the lady comes up explaining a job that will pay for daycare service and for her daughter's daughter. So this blessing will provide for the whole family or generations to come, since she mentioned the granddaughter. So like I said, obviously, if your house is clean and it is the way it needs to be for the Lord, blessings will overtake you. Okay? You're going to get blessings on top of blessings. That's why so she was basically saying, see, and that's why how that went into there, it just, it all was connected. But yeah, so if the house is built on the Lord, and it is full of the Lord, and you are doing the ways of the Lord, you're going to get blessed. She said that so this is real specific because I feel like whoever this is for, you're going to get a job that will pay for daycare services for your daughter's daughter. So, like I said, I was the one in the dream that the lady was talking to. She was like, yeah. She came and picked up the baby. She was like, yeah, she's going to get a good job. It's going to be a great job. This, and that. And the job will be able to pay for your daughter's daycare. And I'm just over here like, I'm over here like, that ain't got, in real life, because I'm thinking about real life. I don't need no daycare. I don't need nobody watching my baby. Like, I'm not even around my mother and like that. So that's what's in my head. So I knew that it wasn't really talking about me, but it's probably actually talking about the real daughter, her other daughters. But, or whoever this is for, one of your daughters, and for her daughters. So this blessing will provide for the whole family or generations to come. And it makes me think about generations to come. The reason I say generations to come, because she mentioned your granddaughter. She mentioned you being able to even take care of your child. So whatever blessing you get from this move, or from being on the Lord's side with this move, and being on the Lord's side with this state of mind, it's going to take care of you and generations after you. So it's going to be a big blessing. I love words like this. I'm so glad that the Lord used me for a word like this. Like, it's a word of teaching, trying to get you to take heed. And it's also a word of guidance and a word of promises. Like, come on now, who don't want to hear the Lord's promises? I love hearing the Lord's promises. So whether you're changing states or your state of serving Him, these blessings will overtake you. I forgot a part when the first knock, she was hesitant to, that was the one that I had forgot. When she was hesitant to open the door, because at the time I think it was like dark. I remember it was like dark in the dream. Around the time they came knocking on the door, it was dark. So with me, I would feel like basically that's like, I'm not gonna mention it. I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay, yeah, I thought my son fucking did. I was gonna go crazy, but anyways, but the part that I had forgot, like I said, the first night she was hesitant to open the door because it was a time, I think it was it was dark outside. So, you know, people don't open the door at dark at nighttime. You know, that's, nobody finna go to the door. It's time of night. Why somebody get knocked at the door at this time? But I ended up telling her to just open the door. That's why in the dream I said, these blessings will overtake you only if you cooperate. And so with this, that part, God is telling you to take heed to the ones around you that's trying to help or lead you. Not just anybody, but somebody with sense that is after God, that knows God, or not even just after God, but somebody that just has sense, that wants what's best for you, that you know wouldn't lead you down the wrong way. That's where that part comes in. And as they was looking around and her saying, do you gotta check there? Do you gotta check there? So it was a part of time when they was looking around, when they was down there before the woman came up, I think, and they was looking, and they was looking all, we couldn't see because we was downstairs, but we was upstairs. I was upstairs. But whoever was looking around, she was like, I heard her say, oh, well, do you gotta check there? Do you gotta look all over there? And he was like, yes, ma'am. Not much, but we just, we gotta look. And I feel like this is basically saying, yes, there's places where you think God isn't worried about, he is when it comes to serving him. So the places or the things that you feel like isn't a big deal, or the things that you feel like God ain't really worried about, or he ain't tripping off of that, or he ain't worried about that, he shouldn't be worried about, I don't think he'd be worried about that, then you're mistaking it, because he is. God is. He's thinking about that. The little things that you think that he's not thinking about, he is. That's why he searched some places where you didn't think that he would be searching. And then that's when the lady comes upstairs, and me thinking like, oh, like, I don't need no baby watch confirms that, daughter. That's what I told y'all that for. Okay, so that's it. Yes, Lord. Okay, y'all. I didn't try to make that long. I had to make this and add this to the other one. But yes, so whoever this dream is for, either you're moving, or either your ways are changing. Either you need to change your ways, or either you need to change your ways so that you may be connected to the Lord, and that you may receive your blessings. Another thing that I heard as I was waking up, I went to sleep again after this dream. I wrote it down and I went back to sleep. And another thing I heard was, it's time for harvest. It's time to harvest. It's time for your harvest, to collect your harvest. So whoever this is for, it's time for you to collect your harvest. And whoever it's for, whether you're moving, or you're moving, your state of mind is moving. You're trying to move to a backward state of mind, or you're trying to move to an old area. You need to come from out of it. You have to come from out of moving to that old area. You have to move into a new area. It's not for you to go back. The Lord didn't pull you out of there for you to go back. So therefore, it's not for you to go back to that area. He said Atlanta, Georgia, clear as day. So go there. Now, if it's a state of mind, it's not for you to go back into that old state of mind. He put you out of that state of mind for a reason. He brought you out of them old ways for a reason. So don't go back. You go forward. He said go to Atlanta, Georgia. He said go to the mind where I will be. He's not going to be in the old. He's going to be in the new. He's not going to be in what he pulled you from. He's going to be in what he's trying to take you to. And if you do these things, and if you cooperate, and if you take heed to the people that's around you that's trying to tell you what the good, and not the good, but trying to lead you and help you and direct you, and if you clean up house, blessings will overtake you. Blessings that will not only help you, but generations after you, your children's children. Hey, so whoever this word is for is serious, and I pray that you pick the right path. I pray that you choose the right way, the right door, the right state, okay? Because the Lord is trying to he said he's going to bless us, will overtake you. He said it's time for harvest. It's time for your harvest. It's time for you to harvest what you sow, okay? So let's get to it, okay? Let's get to it. But that's it, y'all. I pray that this word, reach who it needs to reach. Leave me feedback if it's for you, and them blessings, and you choose the right decision, and them blessings overtake you. Let me know about them blessings. But y'all have a good day.